content is for educational purposes only. This is not investment advice from Bullionite LLC. There is always risk for substantial losses in investing and or trading through any financial instrument with or without this or any other type of advertised product. Past performances are not indicative of future results. Different types of investments involve varying degrees of risk. Specific strategies or education presented by Bullionite LLC and its associates in this video are for educational purposes only.
Thank you for joining me again. And this time I'm going to go over a market that has been very interesting to us as traders, especially from the beginning of this year. And there's been a couple markets that are correlated with this particular market, which is the US dollar index. That's what I'm going to go over. I'm going to look at because it's an interesting thing that's going on in that market. And I'd like to peel some of the layers and look at both like a daily chart, a short-term chart, which is a daily chart, and then maybe a midterm and also a long-term chart, like looking at the monthlies as well. And some behind the scenes kind of communications that market is giving us, right? That I don't think a lot of people are just hearing or they're paying attention to. And I think it's important to kind of bring it right in front so we can observe it and then we can make good decisions based on that, okay? And also because the US dollar index because it's correlated, and in certain cases inversely correlated to certain other markets, we will analyze other markets that are affected to that as well. But for today, in this session, I'm going to go over the US dollar chart and walk you through it step by step. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen and then we'll look at the chart together. Okay. So right now, what you're seeing is the chart of the US dollar index, okay? And I'm going to annotate on the screen, so bear with me as I'm getting this done correctly. And I want to make sure it's as clear as possible, like when we're going over everything here. So the first thing that I want to point out to you is this is a US dollar chart. On the top left-hand corner, that's where you're going to see the actual name of the contract that we're looking at. And I'm going to just make sure that that's done properly so you can see that. There you go. And then on the top left-hand corner, you'll also see the timeline of the chart. Like this is a monthly chart with an M at the top. And what that means, if you look at the bottom, we'll be going through like years worth of data, right? Now, obviously, I'm not going to sit here and go over all of the years worth of data or anything like that, but I just want to show you kind of something that's interesting that's developing, okay? The other thing is, as I'm speaking to you, I'll change the timeline of the chart and I'll make sure I mention that, right? Like I'm going from a monthly to a daily, because here's the rule. When you are looking at a trade,